Thank you very much. Without further ado, we're going to start with the first partnership, which is Zukile Fokwana and the Keledi Ankuvuru, that's going to share their story of their journey, and they are representing Hlabela Primary School in Ekangala. Thank you, guys.
Good morning, everyone. All protocol observed. Talking about my business, I represented a few businesses. The one that I used when starting was the Godfathers of Deep House Music, which is based here in Pretoria, and many people around here would most definitely know about it. The reason I joined PFP, it's because I wanted to make a contribution to the leadership, especially at school level. And wow, what a task, what an experience. A very exciting one indeed, especially because of the courses that we went through. Whenever one goes into these sorts of ventures, one believes that he knows so much. And when it comes to those courses, you then discover how little you know. Time to Think was the first one to expose me in particular how little I know. And this happened to be shared by all our colleagues indeed. The 10 components were really wonderful indeed, taking us back to basics. And I'm forever happy that I've gone through that, and I will recommend it to everybody. It's really taking us back to basics, exactly what we should have done all along. Flawless consulting flawed me completely. I really have never taken consulting seriously. I always thought that I am a project person, not doing anything with consulting. Flawless consulting humbled me indeed. To this extent, it's something that I will never do without in whatever venture that I do. And thanks for this exposure. And once again, typical human being, you just thought that you know it all when you have done the first one. And the second one, community building, humbled me even more. Really showing us that in as much as we believe that we know our communities, and yet we know so little about them. The skills that we have learned there are skills that we continue to learn to this day. The COPs, the community building, the community of practice meetings were most wonderful indeed, in that it emphasized and complemented almost everything that we have learned about, including at times even role playing those. So that was most wonderful indeed. And these have had quite an immeasurable impact in my own business, basically, in that everything that I've learned from the beginning, more time to think, that was most wonderful. It really helped me quite a great deal. To this day, I decided, because of being exposed in the 4 courses, I was able to take on one of the most difficult tasks in one of our businesses, which is network marketing. The community building aspect, I use it on a daily basis, and it's immeasurable. The community building, flawless consulting, and taking it right back to time to think. I'm sure and I hope that at some stage I will be able to report much more on those, because it just started about 3 weeks ago, but already personally as the leader of that, I am very, very happy with what is happening. And it does complement, because my skills traditionally, they come from the human resources perspective. And once again, like a typical human being, you do forget about what you started on when you add other skills, the technical skills in particular, and you go along with what everyone else has been doing. But this exposure really enabled me to be able to integrate all those life skills, everything that one has been dealing with. One of our experiences, it's really working with people that we never knew before. Like the lady on my left, my educational partner for life, and I'm pleased to announce that to the public, that this is my educational partner for life indeed. We never knew each other before, and we courted each other at this very same, probably hall, no, not the hall, but down there, but at the very same premises. And it was a good experience indeed. And over and above the two of us, we are surrounded, and we continue to be surrounded to this day, by a wonderful group of people, the principals. The principals have brought along quite immense and immeasurable experience, exactly what happens on the ground, because once again, we may well think we know what's happening there, but the principals have been quite wonderful to show us that, as a matter of fact, it's totally different, and it is different indeed. What they do, personally, I would never be able to do. So I respect everyone who can do what I cannot do. The principals are exactly like that. And we're also indebted to Patriot Diamonds for the sponsorship that they've provided, because a venture like this really does cost a lot of money indeed. And to the fellow business partners as well, we are quite indebted. The unique individuals, including Lo, who has been quite gracious to make us have this venue at our disposal, and it's been used a lot more than initially thought. At this point in time, the facilitator has just reminded me once again not to talk too much, and therefore I must now hand over to my partner.
Thank you, partner. Good morning, colleagues. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tikeledi Anogura. I'm a principal of Hlabela Primary School, Ekangala, Gauteng North District. It's just a simple primary school in the township where we are teaching learners from grade R to grade 7. And it is because of me being a principal of Hlabela that I was nominated by the district director, Mem Mekwa, to attend this program. Thank you very much, ma'am. You blessed me. Why did I join PFP? I joined it for self-development and for the benefit of my school and my career. And the skills that I've learned really are developing my school. What I've learned here, I'm developing my staff. Time to think, it has taught me about effective communication skills. Usually as principals, we talk a lot and we don't take time to listen to people. But time to think taught me that I need to be a listener. It taught me listening skills. Community building also taught me that we need to bring transformation to everyday life. If you don't transform, you are going to be stagnant. It doesn't matter how old you are, but transformation is needed. The impact of the journey on myself and my school. In terms of the school management team, teamwork is now evident. Before PFP, teamwork was not there. But after PFP, my staff and I are now working together, having a common vision and having a common goal. In terms of teachers, teachers are now being trained and staff development is taking place. And PFP also plays a part in developing my staff. With the school governing body, is still a work in progress. You know, with the parents, we need to work, take them or walk with them on a long road for them to can buy in. It's still a work in progress, but I believe it will be getting there. With the parents and the community, the school now has a buy-in of the community and the parents. The parents are fully supporting the school, and it is because of the efforts and the training that I have received from PFP. Our story. I met with Vukile, and it was funny how they paired two people that are talkative. Both of us are really talkative, and we are paired together. And he's a really nice fellow to work with. We fight like a married couple. I even told Maria it's like we divorced and then we come back and we reconcile. The challenges we identified at the school was COVID-19. We usually plan for a year around November, October, November, and then we plan for the coming year. So all the plans that we made for this year fell apart because of COVID-19. We had to restructure our academic year, and the learners are now attending daily, but they are rotating. And it is a challenge because teachers are complaining that they cannot cover basically everything that they need to cover in terms of curriculum. The challenge that you also have is grannies that are taking care of their learners, where parents have taken the SASA cards and they've left the grannies to take care of the kids. And the kids become a challenge for the school. But we have learned that through PFP as a SMT, we can be able to assist those kids so that they don't see the gap or they are not challenged in terms of their needs, uniform and feeding scheme, etc. The school still has a challenge of infrastructure-related matters. Plumbing is a major challenge that has been reported to head office, and we are believing in due course it will be fixed. In terms of we work, Zugile and I designed a COVID-19 plan that really helped the school a lot. And then teacher development, like I said before, PFP organized educational specialists that train the teachers on classroom management. If you could come to my school, you'd be amazed how my teachers are now doing it practically, and it is benefiting the learners as well. We also had Granny Appreciation Day. In 2019, it was a success, where my partner assisted me in appreciating the grannies because they're the ones that are taking care of the kids. But this year, due to COVID-19, we had to postpone it, and most of the grannies are not happy, but their safety comes first. In terms of infrastructure, we had a plan to eradicate the hole, but still we are still having a challenge on finding resources. But my partner Zugile has got something interesting that you'd like to share with you in terms of building the school hall for Hlabela Primary School. I'm going to hand over to him. Zuki, over to you, partner.
Thank you, partner. As you saw, I was standing right behind her, just to show that behind every successful woman there is a supportive partner. I will be the building of the hall. It's a project that I've taken it upon myself. It will be under this new project that I have started. My partner still does not know the details of how I'm going to do that. It shall be revealed in due course this month still. And primarily, what I'll be utilizing, if I can reveal it to you, partner, we will contract in the same way that we have been taught to do that in flawless consulting. We'll be taking it all those steps. Remember those staggered steps? That's exactly what's going to happen. But we're hoping for the best and it shall succeed.
Thank you, partner. Thank you, Mariette. Thank you, PFP.